Hey everyone, my name is Phil Stamper, and today on The Hot Mess, I realized we live in a little bit of a twisted world. What do I mean by that? This is a world where Fox came by the rights to Marmaduke to develop it into a movie, and Octomom now has to find her third publicist after her second one quit, citing personal reasons, saying that he had to do way too much for her. But this is also the world of the battle of the Disney stars, and no, I don't mean that stupid Olympic-style competition you see on the Disney Channel. I mean the battle that wages between Miley Cyrus and the Jonas Brothers. Relationship pieces aside, this is the battle between the Jonas Brothers' 3D movie experience and Miley Cyrus' self-penned autobiography, Miles to Go. Both released last week. Miley Cyrus and Miles to Go stated that her life's toughest decision to date was whether or not to audition for the role of Hannah Montana or to become a cheerleader. Because she wonders what her life would have been like since cheerleading is her life's goal, dream, and passion, instead of Hannah Montana. Meanwhile, the Jonas Brothers, in their second weekend since the movie was released, only made $2.1 million. And where you and I would love $2.1 million, it is not enough money to recoup the expenses that Disney shelled out to release the 2D and 3D movie in theaters across the country. So who is the hot Disney star and who is the big ol' hot mess? It's the Jonas Brothers right now. Think of it this way. Time magazine listed Miley Cyrus as one of the top 100 grossing stars of the year 2008, making over $25 million. That's a nice pocket change. Yeah, I don't have a segue to the next one. Next up in the hot mess, it's tag team action, as we have the return of Mickey Rourke. I couldn't go another week without my boy. Mickey Rourke and Sylvester Stallone team up in the upcoming movie The Expendables to take on the tag team of Jude Law, playing Dr. Watson, and Robert Downey Jr., playing Sherlock Holmes, in the upcoming action film Sherlock Holmes. Set in the 1800s. Action film. Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, so who walks away as the big ol' hot mess, and who hits the competition with an uppercut? That's right, it's Rocky. As we have not only Mickey Rourke and Sylvester Stallone teaming up for the upcoming movie The Expendables, they have also now signed paper to appear in Rambo 5. I almost said Rocky. You see it? The words were forming in my mouth. Rambo 5, these two teaming up, but also making a cameo appearance in The Expendables is California Governor, the Governator. That's right, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Maybe he'll use some of the money from the cameo to pay for California's $145 billion debt. Yeah. Meanwhile, you also have the battle that rages between Dakota Fanning and Ashlee Simpson. Now, how would you like to be a referee for this one? As Ashlee Simpson has been cast in the CW's new remake of Melrose Place, and Dakota Fanning will appear as Jane in the upcoming sequel to the first Twilight movie, New Moon. So, who would be the big goal? Let's face it. It's going to be Ashlee Simpson as the hot mess. She's playing a character named Violet, whose character by Entertainment Weekly has been described as being disarmingly naive and calculating, shrewd, and a sex kitten. Ashlee Simpson. Yeah. Meanwhile, Dakota Fanning, a star in her own right, will appear in New Moon, the fantastic piece of the Twilight franchise. Now think of it this way also. The first Twilight movie took $37 million to make. Made $70.5 million in its first weekend, for a total of over $370 million since its release worldwide, according to Box Office Mojo. Now, in comparison to its release, it would have taken 7 release weekends of Watchmen, who made $55.7 million this past weekend, except that Watchmen took $150 million to make. Now, to be fair, Watchmen did have the second largest IMAX release behind The Dark Knight at $5.5 million. So, yeah, Watchmen. In other news, that's right, Oprah Winfrey is joining me for this very important segment where, yes, I'm going to stand on a little bit of a soapbox. I don't really want to talk about the Chris Brown and Rihanna situation. I didn't want to talk about Octomom, but I thought the other piece was just a little fun. Chris Brown and Rihanna, I hope whatever their situation is, and if they are truly seeking help, I hope they are both seeking help. Both Rihanna and Chris Brown. And I do agree with some of the comments that Oprah Winfrey has said. And this upcoming Thursday on Oprah Winfrey's show, she's devoting Thursday's show to dating domestic violence and all the Rihannas in the world. Now again, I don't want to harp on Rihanna and Chris Brown. I hope they find help. And I hope that anybody who has been impacted by domestic violence watches Oprah's show, and I hope they walk away with something that will help and to benefit them. And okay, enough for a downer. This has been The Hot Mess. Leave some comments and questions below. What did you think of The Watchmen? You know, the unfilmable movie. Was it indeed filmed? Because I have some serious doubts. Meanwhile, this has been The Hot Mess. My name, as always, is Phil Stamper, and you have a good one.